friends. Happy Sunday night to all of you. Now that President Biden's new bill has been signed into law, many U.S. states will be putting more money towards crisis relief programs to provide more financial aid to millions of Americans. In this video, I will be sharing with you who can expect to receive a new relief check. Friends, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and stay tuned until the end of this video to learn how to enter next Friday's $100 Walmart gift card giveaway. When President Biden signed the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill into law, it was history in the making. For years, infrastructure was frequently talked about in Washington without much real subsequent action. And that changed with the Biden administration. Now comes the hard part, which is implementing what the administration calls a once-in-a-generation investment in rebuilding the nation's crumbling infrastructure. States throughout our nation could now receive anywhere from $2 billion to $45 billion in non-grant funding for projects spanning needs such as broadband, bridge replacements and repairs, electric vehicle charging networks, and public transportation. The Biden administration released fact sheets detailing how the landmark legislation's funding will be allocated to states and territories. California, Texas, and New York are all at the top list in terms of total dollars. Each state will be receiving more than $25 billion. But U.S. news data analysts shows that the infrastructure dollars might have the biggest impact, at least proportionally, in some states such as Alaska, Wyoming, Montana, and Vermont. So far, nearly $1 trillion in federal relief has been sent to U.S. households through 3 stimulus checks. These checks are credited with reducing poverty and helping millions of families weather this crisis. Multiple states are also moving to distribute more payments. A handful of states are tapping their own stimulus funds or surpluses to help specific residents, such as low-income households or teachers, with direct aid reaching more than 25 million people starting this month. About 1 in 4 households across the United States struggle to pay their household expenses.
I think we've seen now for the past 10 months or so what Democrat governance looks like, and it's one crisis of competence after another. Whether it's what's happening, the disaster at the border, at the ports, the pileup out there, what's happening in our cities when it comes to safety of our communities. You can literally go right down the list and just see example after example of where Democrat governance is leaving the American people high and dry. And as the leader pointed out, the most obvious example of that is probably inflation. They passed a $1.9 trillion bill in March, and that has fueled these inflationary pressures. Instead of listening to what the American people are saying about that, their reaction to it, which I think the generic ballot, which shows the Republicans with the largest lead in 40 years, the Democrats seem to be covering their ears and just trying to ignore the problem, because what they're talking about with this reckless tax and spending spree is flooding the zone with even more spending.
In Arizona, out-of-work residents can take advantage of the state's back-to-work program. Those who go back to work part-time are eligible for $1,000, and those returning to full-time work could receive $2,000. California implemented the Golden State stimulus to its residents, but were required to have filed their 2020 tax return by October 15. About half of the 9 million residents received their checks as of October 31st. And the remaining checks are still being sent by mail. A salary of $30,000 to $75,000 per year qualified California residents to receive a $600 and $1,100 check for those with children under the age of 18. Connecticut Governor Ned Lamont also announced the Back to Work program for $1,000 in stimulus checks, which started on May 30th, 2021, and will continue until December 31st, 2021. The requirements are more involved in other states, with specific on when residents filed for their unemployment and how long they were on unemployment. Residents are also required to have obtained a job to be eligible for the stimulus payment. In the state of Florida, principals and teachers will receive $1,000 in stimulus cash for the commitment to educating during the crisis. In Georgia, teachers and principals will also receive $1,000 in stimulus cash. Friends, the key word for this video is feast. If you would like to enter this coming Friday's 3 $100 Walmart gift card giveaway, please click and like my videos. Please don't forget to comment below the keyword from each video and make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much, friends. Senate Democrats will try to negotiate with moderate Senators Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema to address their disagreements on the size and scope of President Biden's economic package as it now heads to the chamber. During a new briefing, Chuck Schumer told reporters, "The House did a very strong bill. Everyone knows that Manchin and Sinema have their concerns, but we're going to try to negotiate with them and get a very strong, bold bill out of the Senate, which will then go back to the House and pass." Chuck Schumer held a briefing to stress the importance of including a provision in the Build Back Better bill that would lower the cost of insulin. The bill passed by the House last week capped what Americans pay for insulin at $35 a month, something that Sinema affirmed her support for earlier this month. Chuck Schumer insisted Democrats are in very good shape to get 50 votes, but that he knows Republicans will look for other ways to try to knock it out. The leader said his party would like to finish the bill with the insulin provision. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, another Democrat from New York, said that she's still optimistic that Joe Manchin will eventually support paid family and medical leave in the Senate version of the plan, which is a proposal he has repeatedly opposed. So friends, do you think the Senate should cut anything from the social spending bill? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Friends, thank you so much for joining me here this Sunday night, and I hope you found this information helpful. To say thank you, I'm giving away 3 $100 Walmart gift cards every Friday during the month of November. To enter the giveaway, all you have to do is click and like my videos. Make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, and don't forget to comment below the keyword from each video. Thank you so much, friends, and have a very blessed Sunday night.